Okay, this is JDS Flying Canuck here, and today we have the Volantex Ranger. The Volantex Ranger. I'll set this camera up so I don't have to touch it all the time. Here we go. Volantex Ranger. Now, this is a stabilized airplane. I'm going to save you a lot of aggravation when you get this, okay? I'm going to do some stuff so you can just look back. I'm going to show you all the aggravating stuff right now. Stuff they won't tell you. Some people tell you, but I'll tell you right off. This is all in one. Tell you how to put this buddy together, okay? Okay. When you get this, the wings slide in here. You just have here the fuselage and everything, okay? And this piece is not slid in either. Right along there, okay? Right along there where this screws in, there's going to be a piece of styrofoam right here that joins that together. A little piece. I just saved them, okay? You just get an X-Acto knife and you cut them out so that it's nice and level with where the wings go in like that, okay? That's all you have to do. That's number one. You cut the top and cut the bottom, and you got two little pieces. There's the two little pieces right there, okay? Now, other thing, this is going to be a biggie for those who don't know how to set up the servos and stuff like that, okay? This is going to help you tremendously here. Okay, what you do, it's going to come with these in a pack like this here, right? You're going to push them through, okay, so they're facing. Make sure you're seeing this so you wouldn't have saw that. There we go. So they're facing that way, right? So they're in like this, okay, on the front. On the back here, it's going to be facing that way. And on this wing here, it gets self-explanatory. It's facing that way like that. Okay? You got that there. It's facing that way like that. Okay. Now, when you put these together and you have that through the wing here like that, okay? All put through. Just hold the styrofoam a bit and push through so you don't break the styrofoam. The correct way to put it in, it's going to have a groove down. Go this way. Okay? So the little groove hits on it and press down and it'll lock it within those little grooves there. You can see. Okay? You can see that there. The little grooves right there. Okay? And then you push it down like this so that it's all flat on top. Okay, we got that. Now here's the biggie. This is cool. Put your battery in the front here. Okay? These are two things. Put your battery in the front here. Okay? Why don't we get to the motor first? We'll talk about that in a second. The motor, they give you all these. All of these. The only one you're going to need, okay, is look at the way I'm holding this. You see all these here? It'll save you a lot of aggravation. It's this one right here. Okay, as you're holding it like this, it's that one right there. Okay, that's the one you're going to need. And what you're going to do, you have your propeller. It's going to be off like this, and there's going to be a hollow end in the back here, right? So you're going to pop that piece in, okay? You're going to push this O-ring into the back of the propeller. You'll see it, it's hollow there. And then you'll make sure that the blades are going that way. See the curve in the props? They're going that way. You go this way, it's going to go, but it's not going to go fast, okay? Now to tighten this, you just put it in there, hold the motor, okay? And what you're going to do to tighten is you're going to go counterclockwise. So you're going to go this way, not clockwise, counterclockwise, okay? And you'll tighten that up. Hold the motor slightly, then once you get it going, hold the prop at the bottom and get a nice small pair of pliers, right? Nice small pair of pliers and just turn this nut until it tightens. Yeah, so again, tighten, counterclockwise, loosen, clockwise, okay? Now here's the biggie. Put your battery in, okay? Hook your battery up here, okay? With the battery that's given, okay? Plug it in. Turn on your radio, okay? And then bind to it like that. Just bind to it. And keep this in expert mode all the way this way, okay? And what's going to happen is all these rods are going to be where they need to be. All you're going to have to do now is move these rods, okay? So let me me see here so I can show you exactly. Get in the light here a bit. All you're going to have to do is to screw these rods in or out until that's level like that, both of them, right? And the same with the back here. You're going to screw this in or out, this piece here, so you can put it into this coupling, right? Just screw this piece in and out. Just turn this piece here right around, okay? And then once everything is like that, like this prop is like this part is like this back end is nice and level, right? Okay, same here. Everything's nice and level. You're all set. You're all set. That saves a lot of crap right there, because a lot of people who are starting off with these, if they go to do anything with them, they're going to think, how am I going to do this, right? How am I going to even all that out? So that's how it's done. Just put that in Expert, put it on here, bind, and you'll know when you're bound, the motor will come on. You're going to go boom, boom like that, right? And the motor will come on. Okay? What else is there I can tell you about this? That's a biggie, because to adjust those, you wouldn't know. If you put it in beginner, it moves all over the place. You can't get it. Put it in expert mode. Everything, the servo's inside here. Okay, I'll show you inside here too. There's a piece that comes off. The servos inside here know where they're supposed to go. Okay? And then you're just going to line it up in expert mode, and that's where it's going to be, because they set it up, right? You see how everything's nice and even? It looks the same and everything? Anyways, this is a nice little axis, I think, so you can change stuff if you have to and everything. It's pretty cool. And I like how the servos are inside here. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Totally awesome. Okay. Anyways, we'll put that back in there, and I'll stop yapping here about that. Let me see here. That goes back in pretty easy enough, just like that. I'm going to put a piece of tape so I don't lose that there. The battery, it'll fit in. I'll go get the battery at the same time. While I'm doing that, I'll show you right here. There's the charger, as you can see. See it blinking? When it's blinking like that, it's charging. When it's solid or out, solid or out. I haven't seen it yet, but when it's solid, red or out, it's fully charged, okay? So we'll take this off of here for now. Okay, that onto there. Come back. Okay, so all the battery insertion now, okay? Now there's a thing called the CG. It's basically the balance of weight, okay? This battery, as you can see when it goes in, it's only going to go in one area, okay? And there's a bit of Velcro down here. You can see it. They didn't show you in other ones, but there's a piece of Velcro you can take off and put in there. I don't think there's going to be a need for it, personally, because once you take this out, move these wires up a bit, and then just place the battery right in there. It sits in perfectly. Everything's been done for you. So the CG's all been done, the battery's been moved and everything, right? You don't have to do any of that. Okay, so hopefully you saw that there. My camera was bent a bit, so maybe you didn't see. I'll do it again. Okay, there you go. There's a little piece in here, you know, you see it? Velcro for the battery. You're not going to need it. Just go like this, push it in like that, go like that. Everything's in. Plug your battery in. I'll let you see how powerful this little puppy is. And when it binds up. So plug this in first. Right? Put your throttle down all the way. Good practice, right? Here we go. Go like that. Put your throttle down all the way. Turn it on. Okay. And then all you have to do to bind is go, you hear the beep beep, and then watch the propeller. Thing's pretty powerful, man. Okay, now watch what happens when I put it into different modes. I'll put this back on here so you can see, get the full effect what it looks like. Okay, there we go. Now if I put this in beginner, watch what happens. You see how the back end here, if it's flying now, that's level for it flying, right? It'll be something like that, okay, when it's flying. That's level. See how all this stays? Watch what happens when I move. This thing is stabilized. It'll everything out. It'll even everything out. Look at the back here. If I go like that, there you go, okay? Now watch the front here when I turn. See how those move? There you go. Boom, boom. Okay. Another thing. I'll go through here, and I'll show you one more thing once we got the battery in there. Okay, we'll turn this off. I just hit the trim button there. I don't want to hit that trim button. Okay, we'll go like that. Put it in expert. Watch what happens when I put it in expert. This is to show you exactly what happens. Watch. It's like this. Watch what happens when I put it in expert. Everything goes back. You see where it's supposed to go? That's why you set that up that way. And you screw everything so that it lines up evenly here like this. Okay, you can see that, how I did it. That's how you want to set it up like that. The way the back end's like this. This is nice and straight. Okay, now another thing. What's going to happen is, do this before you bind. Okay, I will take this, turn this off. It should be able to do it again. We'll go like this. Okay, now I should have control of this too. Now watch what happens when I move this. When I move this, this should come up. See how it comes up? See how that one comes up? If it doesn't work like that, okay, hold this to the side till you hear a beep. You hear that beep? Now watch when I hit this one. It's going to go wrong. It's going to go down. See how it goes down? That one goes up. If it's off and it's not working properly, all you have to do is hold it like this. See it switch? That's how you set that up. Okay? Right? See how it goes like that? If I want it should move up. Okay, when you press this down, right here, pull it towards you, that should go up a bit. And that should go down a bit. That's the way it should work. Okay? So there we go. And if the same thing happens again, just do that. Okay? And it will switch. Everything goes in there like that. So this side and that side, yeah, it'll all work together there. Sorry. I'm trying to think what else there is. I think I got everything there. We covered this and the washer itself and how it goes in. Oh, one more thing. There's just 2 screws that come with it. Okay, here's the screw right here. After you push this piece in, okay, this screw, there's going to be 2 of them. One of them goes straight into here. Just be careful, hold that end, and look at it this way when you're tightening, and you'll see when that starts to grip down. You don't want to strip it. Okay? And as far as the decals, I did away with some of them and stuff like that. I like this piece up here and this piece up here in Volantex Ranger. You can do it so these decals go on the side here, 2 of them, and then you can have the stripe pieces that go up wing. I didn't want all that. I like it basic like this, just the way it's sitting. Just looks, I don't know. Everybody has their taste, right? That's the way I like mine. So suggestion, put a little piece of tape on here to keep that piece on, right, just in case it blows off. Go over and check everything, make sure everything's level, like I said. Look, that's all set up now, you know, with these push rods, okay? In order to put those push rods on, they're self-explanatory. You just have to pull them apart here. One side will open up and you pull it through and then pop it through like that too, okay? And the way I set it up was the second hole from the top, okay? If you're looking at this is the top of this, okay? I second hole down. Way I have room for adjustment if I want to out in the field and something happens, there's a crash or something. Okay, that's the Volantex Ranger. That's how to assemble it and everything like that. I'm trying to think what else there. No, let me see. Yep, you have to push this wing, in case I didn't cover that. You have to push this wing right in. There'll be 2 notches. See these 2 notches here? That's how you know when you're finished. You see that thing? The way it goes in there too? It pops in and it grabs those notches. Okay? Now, that's the way you know you're fully in and you're even everything. You can tell from the top too though. Can't think of anything else. I'm just trying to cover everything so you guys don't have any problems. I think those hints I gave you are going to really prevent a lot of hassles on setup, and that's for beginners that are setting up. It's really going to cover a lot of stuff, man, so that you don't have to go through a lot of the hell that people go through when they don't know, right? Be sitting there watching every video. Watch this video, you can set it up. Okay, one other thing, the booklet here is pretty thorough. Again, it says Ranger 750 User Manual. The actual name is Volantex 767-2 Ranger 750 Stabilized 4-Channel RC Trainer Airplane. They just lose a bit in the translation, so I add it to the front there. Because when you order it and look at it, you'll go, what? You know what I mean? Okay. It's got lots of instructions in here. It shows you everything you get in here, right? What else here? Assembly. the same assembly we're talking about. Talks about the charger, shows how to put in those plastic pieces. Okay, and here's how to install. Doesn't talk about those pieces of styrofoam you have to cut out in here though. Remember that, you got to cut that out. Let me see what else is there. Okay, yeah, they're showing here. So if you're finished doing that assembly, and like I showed you, when you keep it here in expert mode and you bind it, that's the way it should look. Okay, your rudder. Okay, your elevator should look like this, not like that, up or down. It should look like that. Okay, nice and straight. Same here, nice and straight. And the front wings I showed you, nice and straight. Here's all the controls on the front. There's the attachments on the back. Okay, the upper and lower there. Explains about the CG, the position, right, of the battery, where you can put some lead in the front of the plane if it's nose heavy. If it's not nose heavy, you find it's going all over the place, up or down, you can adjust your weight. Okay, this is the receiver that's in there, and that's how it's hooked up. Okay, what else is there? It shows you the expert mode and everything like that. Okay, and at the back here, let me see what else there is. Going through it thoroughly so you can see what's happening. One key return, that's right. I didn't talk about that. So the one key return is basically this button here in the top. Okay, so you got your one key return and one key return switch. Okay, so I guess that turns it off, that turns it on. Okay, so right here, off, on. So one key return activation, boom. One key return switch, there you go. Okay, and here's your ailerons and stuff like that. Throttle. Okay, what else is there here? Oh, there's one with a phone thing so you can hold it and put an FPV camera in the front. You can buy this for FPV too. And here's that reversal of channels I was talking about right at the bottom there. Just thought I'd add this. And there's a booklet here that's amended notifications for stuff that they were showing in the booklet. You can check that out. Okay, any things here I wanted to show you. There's so much you got to go through, but you'll see right here, the bottom of this plane, right here, you see these lines? It's very well marked out. That's your center of gravity, your CG. Okay, when I go to hold this plane and balance it out though, with the battery in, okay, the center of gravity is actually about here. Right about here. Okay, so that means that this is going to be a little tail heavy. Okay, when you're flying, just a tad tail heavy. I think what they've done, and the reason why they've done it, is this. You see the front? It's for a camera. Okay, and it's a mount on the bottom here, or you can mount one on the top. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why that's like that. I think because they're going to have a model with the camera, or you want to install the camera. That way, it sort of evens it out again. It levels it out, right? Okay, so take that as a note that when you're flying, it may be a little tail heavy, okay, because of the CG and the battery with it, like I say, in there. Battery's not in there right now. In order for me to level it out, it'll be right about there. Okay, just like that. Okay, and if I had it here, like this, it would just drag like that. It would fall in my hand. Okay, and another thing, the return to home again. Yes, when you press that, there's a return to home. But do not expect this to return to home like a drone and land. That's not what it's going to do. It's going to come back in your direction, okay? And you have to do it like this. If you take off in this direction, okay, and if you move somewhere left or right or move around, it's going to come back to where you were, okay, when you took off. So try and stay in the vicinity of where you took off, and your return to home will work, okay? That's a big little hint. I think you don't want it flying off somewhere else when you hit return to home. Especially if your battery's getting pretty low. Anyways, just thought I'd give you that little tidbit of information too there, okay? Take it easy.